welcome to episode 3 of Panels, Pixels and Pieces. I'm Richie.
And I'm Adam.
This week we're going to be talking about comics.
Now, we're not only the organisers of the Swansea Comics and Gaming Con, we're also members of the Swansea Comics Collective as well. We've been writing for the group for about 8 years, so it'd be kind of unfair for us to be the ones learning about comics. So we've roped in some volunteers. So we'll introduce them to you. This is my sister Sarah. This is Ricky's sister Owen.
This is Titch, who's rejoining us after missing out on the cosplay episode.
You did find your way home as well then?
Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
You
It took me like 12 weeks.
eat some bushes and
Yeah. Felt like a
like
hobbit.
some hobbits, yeah.
And this is my friend Becky.
Yeah.
So we gave our volunteers, our willing volunteers, a bit of homework. Titch, you have read all the comics,
I've
right?
read the books that I was given.
Not the front and the back.
No,
but the inside as well.
the covers, man. There's like 12 words on the covers. So
You read all.
I've done good.
covers?
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
only see
yeah.
3 words.
Shut.
It's including names.
We picked a selection of books from our own collections to give to the guys. We have from Marvel and DC, Spider-Man, Coming Home by J. Michael Straczynski and John Romita Jr. We have Wonder Woman by Brian Azzarello and Cliff Chang.
And we also have on this side then House of M by Brian Michael Bendis and Olivia Copiel, and Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and the Allreds, Mike and Laura Allred. Then The Independents.
Yeah.
We've also got then Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, Monstrous by Marjorie Liu and Sam Takeda, and Low by Rico Remender and Greg Tocchini, so I always say it wrong. And then of course we've got Judge Dredd's Dark Justice by John Wagner and Greg Staples.
Owen, what did you think of House of M?
I like House of M. I kind of known about the X-Men through the TV show as a kid.
Are you
through the cartoons.
completely neophyte when it comes to comics, or have you read before?
I've read certain stuff before. I read Civil War, I think, once.
Yes.
Yeah, I've read Civil War, and I managed to get through that. But I think I preferred Civil War over House of M.
For those of you that don't know, House of M was a massive crossover where the Scarlet Witch, which you may have seen from Civil War movies. No, Tish is shaking his head because he doesn't watch movies. Scarlet Witch, she goes crazy basically, and she tears the Avengers apart from the inside. She makes some terrible choices and ends up recreating the world so that mutants are the dominant species. The Avengers team up together and they stop her. And the last few words from her mouth are normal mutants, which changed the Marvel universe for about 10 years. There were about 198 mutants left in the comic universe for quite a while.
Surprisingly, all the ones you already knew about.
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy down the road with 3 faces.
Exactly.
No, it was
Yes,
all.
Yeah, they did.
All the X-Men basically. There was a couple that X-Men depowered, wasn't it?
Yes,
But
yeah.
They use it as like a big decluttering event, I guess.
Yes.
There's so many in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
how do you think it compared to your Image book?
Low is much lighter. Low's seemed like a real hard sci-fi,
Yeah,
which is cool if you like hard sci-fi.
yeah.
But you can kind of get through House of M without too much thinking what the hell's going on in this world. But
Yeah.
with Low, because it's there's a lot of exposition, I guess, because it's a complete like alien sort of idea. It's far in the future. Sun's expanded and they have to live underwater, but it kind of goes a bit weird, and because they're stuck where they are, they've sent probes out into the universe to try and find habitable planets before the sun inevitably envelops their Earth, but they've been gone for millennia, so they've all kind of lost hope,
Yeah.
and they just sort of everything's sort of just fallen down to like an underclass and an overclass society where there's rich senators that kind of take loads of drugs and have loads of sex and do whatever, quite a lot of sex, quite a lot of drugs.
I know that.
If you want. But then there's an underclass there which kind of feed the upper class that kind of live how they want to live. They've kind of got an attitude of we're all going to die pretty soon anyway, so
It's quite the different throughout the series they visit different populaces, and the overtones that they set are very they're kind of morbid.
Yeah.
They visit different settlements later on, and a lot of the higher ups, they're all like, we're doomed, we're dragging you down with us,
Yeah.
but in the meantime we're gonna have a foot in your neck. So you wouldn't think a comic, well, you can obviously vouch for me here, you wouldn't think a comic book like that would be very uplifting, but you know there's hope because as you
I say it's a real hard sci-fi concept as well. It's not you're in an underwater city with big cool submarines, and there's like a thing called a helmsman. They've got this great big I guess like a scuba diving suit, but it's kind of a weapon.
So what do you think of Saga?
Saga, absolutely loved it. It's probably one of the best starts to a book I've ever read.
Of the new Image stuff, it's just it's skyrocketed in popularity. It's brilliant.
It's literally got the best start to a book I've ever read.
Yeah.
What anything else about it that you enjoyed?
Just the sort of sci-fi of it. It jumps between different characters. It introduces them really lightly, but it sort of tells you straight away what they are, what they're in the book for, and I guess what their overall job is going to be.
Do you like the honest narrative as well by the
yes, the narrative is is really, really good. I'm guessing that's like the baby telling us.
Saga's the story of two star-crossed lovers. They fall in love over the mutual interest of this terrible romance novel, and they are on the run. And at the beginning of the story, they have a child, and
which is a big taboo in this world
because it's got horns and wings.
So neither side wants it to exist.
Yeah. So they go on the run, and they go star hopping. They travel across different planets, as you will see if you read further on with the other series. It goes on through. That's the great thing, because you already know that this character is. I guess you can tell, you can get the feel for it.
Yeah.
This character grows up and they grow up along the way. But
like even the bad guys, so to speak, are really memorable characters. I found like the Will.
I'm curious.
Prince Robot IV
yeah.
or 4. I'm not
Robot
sure.
IV. Yeah, what is it? Robot IV or Robot 4?
Prince Robot 4.
It is Robot 4. There we go.
How did you find that compared to Spider-Man?
No, Spider-Man. See, I thought it was going to be better. It kind of sucked, personally. I felt like I was jumping into the middle of something. It's like, say, The Lord of the Rings. If you jump straight into the two towers, you're kind of wondering then why the hell are these two short people running around with a ring.
Personally, that's one of my favourite Spider-Man runs. Yeah. But I can understand because
you can't, but can you?
I can understand. It comes from like. Somewhere around 500, Amazing Spider-Man 500. So there's a lot that's gone on before that.
I mean, there is a bit of a prologue, but I felt it didn't go into enough depth to go, right, this is what's going on.
Yeah, it comes from what happened slightly before that as well was a really weird time with, for Spider-Man. They just killed off Mary Jane because Joe Quesada really doesn't like the marriage. When that didn't work, they killed her off, then they brought her back, and eventually he had Peter make a deal with the devil to get rid of her again.
Wow.
That wasn't well received, was it?
No, it wasn't. It's a really weird time in Spider-Man, but the change in direction for me was amazing with the character. Molan is one of the strongest villains they've introduced since Venom.
Was there anything that you liked from Spider-Man? Anything that caught your eye that saved a saving grace?
The end cover?
No.
Sarah, you had probably the widest array of books, because even by Marvel standards, that Silver Surfer run is quite out there. So, how did you find?
Well, Silver Surfer was actually quite funny. Obviously, I know him as a serious character from Fantastic Four film, but I haven't read any of the other.
There was a Fantastic Four film with the Silver Surfer?
Never happened.
I did enjoy it because I thought him as a poker face character, but he's quite well, he's quite funny in a way, but this comic is rather funny. I like this one. It's the fact that the main character Dawn, she gets kidnapped into an alien planet and she's oblivious to it. She's just like,
so is the Silver Surfer as well.
yeah, he's just like, oh well, I'll carry on. I'll eat their food. I'll talk to them.
At the beginning of the story, he flies past, back in the past, in the 80s or something, he flies past this place, Anchor Bay, and these two twin sisters there, and one of them, Dawn, makes a wish, thinking he's a shooting star, and what he doesn't find out, she doesn't find out that connects him somehow, and he is basically dragged along to help out with this weird planet.
You know them puzzle balls with a ball bearing and you've got to keep twisting them?
Yes.
It looks kind of like one of them.
Or you rolled up a bunch of cities in a ball.
It kind of looks like multicoloured chewing gum stuck together.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, especially with all Red's artwork, because it's a bit crazy. But
it's a planet that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he's told he's got to protect it, and he finds out that a young human woman has been kidnapped because they hold people ransom so that these heroes for them, if they do fail, or if they don't agree, they kill this or keep them there. And he doesn't know who Dawn is. And she is not one to be locked away in a cell, even though she has no experience outside of her hometown, and she goes and rescues everybody else before the Silver Surfer can. What do you think of the artwork? Because the artwork's a little bit out there.
I like the artwork. I do like the artwork. It's not as detailed as the cover, but it's quite nice and bright, and it's rather enjoyable and catches your eye.
One of my favourite aspects of that run was that they give characterisation to the board. How do you find that?
Do you think it was a bit of a weird to have a board that was thinking?
It was like a
for itself?
sentient board.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I thought it would be, obviously I know it's part of him, so I thought it was just like...
Just the vehicle.
Yeah, just like a keychain. He's like,
A keychain.
it's there. So I thought it'd be like he uses mind reading techniques, so like I have to call the board to him, or it knows when he's in trouble.
To me.
Yeah, and that's the funny part of it. He says board to me, and Dawn automatically thought he named the board Tommy. So
yeah.
he's calling the board. She's saying bye Tommy.
And
Why are
he's
you calling my board Tommy? Well, you said to me. So I thought you called it to me.
Yeah, I guess you feel the same. I enjoyed that. It was just a fun book where some of the other not all, but some of the other Marvel Now stuff were like, right, let's get this sorted. This is where we're going with Dan Slott stuff, and with the All Reds work. It was just fun. It was exploration for the sake of it. It was fun. So, and the other one then is the complete opposite.
The other one, Judge Dredd. Now I wasn't too fussed on reading this because I hadn't read the other ones with the 4 deaths in it, but
4 judges.
4 judges, yeah.
Dark Justice is once again they've defeated all of the Dark Judges, Dredd and Henderson, and this puppet guy manages to bring back Death from the judges are from an alternative universe where pain and suffering go hand in hand. It's how you live, and they come over here, come into the 2018 universe to punish people. And of course, Dredd doesn't like people punishing people unless it's him. So they've defeated him time and time again, and his minions, Mortis and Fear and Fire. And it's kind of a weird New World story. Mayflower, isn't it? The ship. Yeah. The rich are sick and tired of Earth because it's polluted, so they build this giant spaceship and they fly off into space to hopefully find a new planet and death. And the rest of the Dark Judges don't like that, so they go off to wreak havoc on the ship. And Dredd, of course, doesn't like that, so he and Anderson jump on their spaceship.
Does Dredd like anything?
Nope. So what did you think of that overall? I mean,
after reading it, I enjoyed it, but obviously I didn't understand that I enjoyed it. I gotta admit, in the end of it, I realised I sat there and I was like, oh, I do actually like this.
Yeah.
Let's go with Wonder Woman, I guess.
Brilliant. I
this
didn't
is
like
from
it.
my collection.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it, no. Sorry.
Tell Adam the reason why you're breaking his heart.
I don't know, I suppose because I'm used to like reading books and things. So
Oh, yeah,
These are
okay.
books.
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
but
Whoa.
books are very in-depth,
Easy.
in detail, in plot, character development. This went straight into it,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get a feel for any of the
The
characters.
52.
It was supposed to be a jumping on point for people.
Yeah.
Did that not come across with?
Well, it was easier, like if briefly explained, like right in the beginning, she's like an Amazon and things like that. So that obviously kind of helped. I didn't have a clue. I just looked at her and was like, wow, she's really tall next to all these other characters. So that helped.
Yeah.
But like I say, just everything was touched on so briefly. I couldn't.
Everything you say
get
right now is
into
just
it.
like, no.
I would have assumed with all the Greek gods, you would have been.
I did start it, like sort of got me interested a bit more with the Greek mythology, but it wasn't enough.
I do you. I mean, they
Yeah.
Azrael is fantastic. He usually writes pulp stuff, so it is a strange thing for him to write about gods, but he has done it before, really.
No redeeming for you,
But
art
the
wise.
artwork.
No, I wasn't keen on the art. It's very simplistic.
We
and-
can't get him to read Paper Girls either.
No. And how about Monstrous then?
I love monsters. It's completely different. It was like it's very detailed. The art style. It is just art. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And the story, like I picked it because it was just literally like fables and horror. So it's like, oh, it's just my cup of tea. So.
So
I absolutely
Monstrous
love
is
Monstrous.
Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. It's set in a world where Asia basically has conquered the world. It's not really set on Earth. It's just set on a world that's similar to Earth, more like a feudal world, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
They haven't really gone past. They're somewhere in the middle of Middle Ages / steam power, but they've got these creatures, these ancients that they've crossbred with humans and created things like werewolves and cat people, like Kipper's a fox, sorry.
Keep us so cute.
And you've got this main character then who is on a quest for revenge because she's not only lost her mother but an arm as well, and she's got this elder god living inside of her that wants out.
I'm used to reading manga.
Yeah.
So I was literally like, when I first read Wonder Woman, I'd read that way, which is perfectly fine, and then I got to the next page and read it backwards, and I was like, I'm confused. What's going on now?
But it's interesting to hear that from someone reading a Western comic and reading it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You expect it to be the other way around, I guess.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
So
more prevalent.
you enjoyed the artwork then as well?
It's far more detailed than like Wonder Woman. It's
Yeah.
like Wonder Woman's just like sort of block colours, whereas this has got shading, it's loads of detail. You can see they've just taken so much time on everything.
Between the two, which one would you say was your favourite? I know we probably picked
I
up on
mean,
this.
image or mainstream. For you.
For myself. Saga, I'm going with Saga.
Yeah.
Definitely Monstrous.
Yeah, image.
I'm going to sit around the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have their merits.
I mean, Scream. I like them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming, Sarah, Owen, Ricky, Becky, and Titch. And thank you for reading the comic books in such a short period of time. So you. And also thank you to Noah's Yard for letting us film in these surroundings.
You can follow us on Twitter at SCGC 2017 or on Facebook, the Swansea Comic and Gaming Convention. You can also like, subscribe and share our pages, and of course remember our convention will be on the 27th of May at the Brangton Hall, Swansea. You could join us next time for our last video for this year.
We'll be playing video games.
Who threw something at me?
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people who aren't interested.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like Cher loves Comic Cons.